Don't forget the bucket. Ooh, bucket. If you open the game a few more times, you might get something extra. I miss wife from first Stanley Parable. Sag. Same. Where will my wife be today? Also, if anything sounds funky, not too loud, let me know. I'll fix it. Does a serious room exist in Stanley Parable? I'm not too sure. And I don't know where this is going to start for me.
In a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple.
We already watched this. Sorry. He presses button for living. Welcome back. Quit the game and then start it again. Hell yeah. The gym's loud. God, I got the hiccups. Gym's loud. It's always loud.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Happy 12th birthday, Stephanie's. Yes.
Meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Do you remember Blades? Yes, I do. I'd never owned any. I never owned anything. Sorry, I don't know why I said that like that. I meant like Beyblades or Pokemon or fucking Bakugan or Yu-Gi-Oh! I didn't do any of that stuff. I was mainly on DS. I had Littlest Pet Shop. Barbies. You know, it wasn't my thing, alright? Does this, played Superliminal? I have not, and I want to. And I feel like it's gonna be such a great mindfuck.
Stanley
I think
felt the
this
bucket
way.
calling to him, begging him to pick it up.
Bucket.
Why was he not doing it?
What bucket? Bucket? Why was he not?
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
I wanted bucket.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
Beyblade's the best weapon
Perhaps
a kid could
he wanted to
have.
stop by the employee
I
lounge
forgot
first.
bucket. I could have grabbed.
Right.
Open a P.O. box so I can send you some vintage Beyblades. I'm like, yo, this one's cool.
Yes, truly a room worth
I know, like the
admiring.
Beyblades.
It had
Let it
really been
rip.
worth it, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the
We've already
first
done this. I
open
took the
door on
wrong
his
way.
left.
No, not this way. Which way is for the other wife ending? It's
Stanley
this way, right?
was so bad at following directions. It's incredible
Yeah.
it wasn't 5 years ago.
And Debbie, welcome in! Arrow had nothing. She was a
Stanley, I
poor
think
British
perhaps we've
beggar
got
child
that
on
on
the
wrong
street.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Please,
I realize
I
that
can have
investing
some
your trust in someone
Beyblades.
else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Narrator, I know, I've forgotten my wife.
Stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me,
Aww.
but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his
I didn't
death.
mean that.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
No, Chunky, I know what you're thinking. I see it in your eyes. He wants to jump up my desk. Alright, now I can grab bucket. With the moon split in your character's head, you kind of look like that one god from Naruto. I know what you're talking about. I love Naruto. Unironically... Wait, I don't want to say that because I don't want to dox myself. Never mind. Let's just say I've decked out a particular item of mine with Naruto stuff. And it was iconic. Hi, Debbie. How you doing, hon?
All
You
of
can
his
land on the
co-workers
catwalk
were
under the
gone.
lift.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You forgot Buck. I didn't see Bucky. I was trying to. Oh, there it is.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Yeah.
Tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But
Time
Stanley had
accidentally
felt
hit my
the
friend's
bucket
nuts when
calling
I
to
let
him,
it rip.
telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Oh, what? Yeah, just imagine like you and your friend over that little dome thing. Let it rip, shh, and fucking there goes his nutsack. She got that custom Naruto car rep. Mayhaps, mayhaps. How do I get in there? What was SpongeBob yapping about? Yapping about going to the gym. Gym and drink. Excuse me, what? What, the Beyblade to the nuts?
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the... No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
What if I don't take the one to the left? Psych.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Alright, thank you, Bucket.
Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Oh, platform, I see! Oh, I have to go there next time. I have not seen that. Wait, I can go there. No, I can't. Never mind. I'll have to do that next time. I did not see that. Oh. And welcome in, TV. How you doing, hon? You look like the type to play the Ghost of Tsushima. I've seen it. It looks cool. And you are right. I probably would play that game.
In here, said the bucket. Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
This dark room right here? Hey, Bucket. My friend was next to me when I was playing against someone in the Beyblades. He was too close. He got the Beyblades to the nuts. This is why they're dangerous. So you know, every ending normally achieved will be different with and without the bucket. Interesting. Oh, shit.
Now pick up the phone, said the bucket. Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Oh. What if I don't pick it up? If I just let it ring? Will he get mad? Start yelling at me type shit? What will you do, Bucket? You can unplug it?
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone?
I don't want to answer it.
Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't
But
talk.
it is.
It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
Oh, he's
Don't you
alive
see?
to me.
Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one
It's
can
gotta be
watch to
boring
fully-
funny.
Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
Are Calico's supposed to be burnt because that's how I got
What
her?
is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How
Yeah,
does it work?
we're gonna all learn
How long
together.
should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds?
Yes.
Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes.
Yeah.
Let's dive deeper.
All right.
If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in
Simpsons.
all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a
Yeah,
room of no
I've
more
counted
than
before.
76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a
What?
15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for
All right. When
good
I tell a
comedic
joke next
timing.
time, pick
To
my
begin
arm
the
up.
joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next,
What?
provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time.
Wait,
With
what?
these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half.
It's too
pausing only
specific for my
bathroom
brain.
breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by
The joke
declaring in your
is now
loudest
done.
possible voice, "I'm dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm
Look at the
dunny
face.
with the funny."
I'm
now.
Dunny with the funny. Oh,
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard
Was
data
my joke
from your
funny?
audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages
10
long.
pages
and should include
for one
the same
joke.
question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling
Was
in
my
answers
joke
at random.
funny? Please.
And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in
Yeah,
laughter.
that's you guys, right? That's you guys watching. Once Arrow gets the hand tracking, she's gonna be so. I'm gonna be such a fucking menace. I swear. I'm
Anything
done with the
triple over
funny.
in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, with
His
each of
face.
us needed on the front lines of the war to fight
Wait,
the
what?
12-legged invader who threatened our very
What?
existence, and to very likely
Helldivers?
die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of
It
us
is
must be prepared
Helldivers.
to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
What?
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no
Is
matter.
it?
I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the 2 doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's
Oh,
head back.
please. What if I stay in this room? Eldaver, whenever you get to your end of stream jokes, I expect a 10-page survey. Yeah, you gotta drop it in the chat. Everybody has to fill it out before we leave. If you don't answer all the questions, you cannot leave or go to sleep or do anything. Sorry. Godspeed. Now tell a joke. Well, first, hold up. If I have to tell a joke, you have to follow the steps. And he said the first step was to raise... Come on, work, please. Raise your hand, please. Ah, there we go. Raise your hand and state your name. My name is Arrow. How to spell? E-R-O. If you want full name, it's E-R-O-I-S-I-T. That's my own name. E-R-O-S-I-T-A. Now for a joke. I'm Dunny with the funny. And then you gotta say your name again. I am Arrow. E-R-O. You're welcome. Why the fuck you throwing me? I was Dunny with the funny. Nuh-uh. Oh, come in. Oh, Kevin. Kevin! Kebab, did you change your name to Kevin? Or is this a different person? Hello, Kevin. Now pick up the phone, said the bucket. Phone guy, FNAF reference here. Hello. Need that bucket.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking
I can't
bucket,
jump.
You'll say. How
Damn it.
ridiculous. How absurd.
Oh, there's
What
a gate, that's why.
hilarious
Oh, wait.
concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Guy stinks!
Yeah. Hey, be nice to narrator. He's trying his best to be a comedian. You saw how hard it is. I was also Dunny with the funny. You forgot the synopsis of the joke, including the appropriate times for us to laugh. Fuck! So it didn't hit, is what you're saying? Is this redeem messed up? What you mean? Which redeem? The old brother? So, okay, I haven't gone back before. This is new. What do you call it, Kevin?
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
What if I go to the right again? Oh! They thought of everything!
What? We're back at the phone already? No, what's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point, a dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit that
Hi,
culminates
Luda.
in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land, or not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the
I'm
lowliest
nothing.
joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video.
Hi, my name is Arrow. E-R-O.
Surely that was
Here's the joke. I thought I broke something for a second.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
He's gonna get so pissed because I keep not listening to him. He's gonna be like, what the fuck, bitch? For some reason, it makes you type something before redeeming it. Which one? This game predicted hell divers too. Welcome in, Mikey Mike. How you doing? Shout out to Stanley. Oh, fuck. What is the Eminem song? How does it go? Ow! I can't remember how the Eminem song goes. I feel bad now. Yeah, you should feel bad. Poor narrator's just doing his job. Does it kind of put me back in the room?
What? We're back at the phone already. Oh. No.
Oh.
Here we go. You ready?
Alright, I guess I have to go
When
to the left.
Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left. No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly.
What
There's
instructional
no way
video?
I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm
What?
going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our
Shame
meetings from now
for
on.
shame.
All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
Yes. Oh. Oh.
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions...
The fuck?
pale in
Is that me?
comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley.
Is that me?
You are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? It is a delivery. Pale with shame.
The This Guy Stinks one? Ah, I got you.
Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal. I think I...
Is that really the end?
No.
Nah, there has to be more.
No. We're getting away from
It's never the end with this game. It's never the end. It's never the end. It's never the end. It's never the end.
These jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make...
Begin the game again. It's an end. Ah, I got you. But it's never the end. There's plenty more. God.
All of his co-workers were gone.
I'll bring the bucket
What could it
again.
mean?
We jump off
Stanley
platform
decided
this
to go to
time.
the meeting room.
Gimme.
Perhaps Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Wave of
Stanley
comfort.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the right way to
God,
the
I'm
meeting room.
dying.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was.
employee
Had the
lounge?
bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room?
Nope.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Now,
Said the bucket.
you know how annoyed
Don't
I'd
go
be
to
if I was the
meeting room.
the
Go
narrator.
somewhere else.
Wow, my voice
The
just cut
cargo
out.
lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Jesus. Sorry, having this fucking
Good,
these vocal
said the
cords
bucket.
ain't great, I
Now ride
guess.
the lift all the way to the top.
I want down, I
There's something
want
up
there.
there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him.
Uppies.
It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't
Uppies
talk.
and downies.
But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was
With a
firmly
hydrate.
convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
What would you happen if you pick up the phone? It brings you, which we could try that next, because since I have bucket, it's different, but it brings you to your apartment. But I'll try that after this one, because I haven't tried this one yet. I haven't seen what's down here.
No, stop.
Oh.
Look there on the wall. You see? There's a sign right there.
No!
It says, no buckets past this point.
But I want my
Stanley,
bucket.
how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here?
Because he's
Unless-
my friend.
What if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket?
But this is
I suppose
bucket.
that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't.
I
a
know
bucket.
what bucket is.
Please, step in here for a moment.
Okay. Dark, scary room. I'll just hang out in here. Oh, is this a bucket?
Now then, I'm
This
going
is
to
like a
run
strip
you
club.
through some
Whoa.
test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you
Am I
is
the
a
dancer?
bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
Come in, Luna.
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
It's a tough question. Can I get a closer look? Can I phone a friend? It's very deceiving. It looks like a bucket. I think it's not. No! I don't think it is a bucket. What do you guys think? It could be one. Also, welcome in, Helly. I did not fucking see you sneak in. But do you know all the things that isn't buckets? It's clearly not a bucket. Now I know buckets, and that ain't one. Dang. I guess we're all in agreement here. No, that's not a bucket. Final answer.
Correct.
Oh!
It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Thank you for that, Drake. Whoa! You guys are fucking goated. What? Okay. This is gonna be a hard one.
Item
shit.
2. Is this
Oof.
a bucket?
Okay. So, the previous bucket was not a bucket, but it was a bucket, a hologram bucket. The thing in my hand is a bucket. That... that could be a bucket. As someone who used to be in the Homestuck community in high school, I know buckets. It both is and isn't a bucket until observed. Jeez. Thank you for the alert, Elliot. Tough one, but that one's not one either. Are we thinking the same thing? Are we thinking this is also not a bucket? No, it's not. Alright, I'm gonna trust you guys again. Just know, $1 million is rolling on this answer.
Correct.
Oh shit!
3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Yes! We know our buckets! Okay, it's probably the final one. It's gonna be the hardest one of all.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Dang, so we're 2 for 3 right now. We did pretty good. We know our buckets so far. That's polygon shaped as a bucket. Answer is no. It's so hard. This looks pretty bucket shaped to me. Think it might be tall order for me right now. Statistically, this one might be a bucket. I think you guys are right. We got 2 non-buckets. This one also might be our bucket. My answer, it's a bucket.
Correct. This is a bucket.
Yes! Thank God I studied bucketology in college, or else I would have not known that this is not a
Item 4.
bucket.
Is this a bucket?
Now, I've seen many buckets in my lifetime, and they come in all shapes and sizes, alright? Hear me out. This might be a bucket, but it also might not be a bucket. I bet my left nut this one is not a bucket. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's a bucket. I'm confident on that one.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one.
He's so mad. What truly defines a bucket, right? Something that can hold liquid or something.
Is this a bucket?
Oof. Ah, man. They just keep coming up with the hard hitters here. That one definitely. That one for sure. I mean, like, that one's almost indistinguishable to the one in my hand. That's a bucket. Oh, man. Please tell me you guys know that reference. That's a toilet. That's a bucket. I love Vanos. They're so funny. But yeah, that's a bucket.
Correct. This is a bucket.
Do your buckets not roar, British man?
Is this a bucket?
Died. How many buckets are we judging here? We only got one wrong so far. This is out of 10. I don't know. Will they harshly judge me? And yes, I do stream on Twitch. I am on Twitch and TikTok right now. One of them patrol-powered buckets. Bucket? Alright.
Trick question.
Oh, wait,
Both. Gotcha.
what? Wait, what? Both. And welcome back,
Wait, hold on. I
Primera!
can't find the next one. Let me see. Should be around here somewhere.
Playing Is This a Bucket? No.
Yes.
Ah!
Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket.
Everything
which
is
of
a
course
bucket.
Not true. Unless,
Nope.
Is that
It
what
is
you
true.
think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is
Everything's a bucket! Yes! That's what we're trying to say!
a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What
Big
is
red
a bucket?
patties.
What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Are we a bucket?
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket
He's having
is
an
struggling to
existential
tear our
a crisis
relationship
over here.
apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry.
Yes,
I
you're a
need to
bucket.
erase all buckets from the game entirely.
No!
Okay, here we go.
No! Don't take my bucket! No! My bucket!
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every
Yes!
single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my
Yes!
God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all.
We are
And you,
all
Stanley,
buckets.
You're still here. You're not a bucket either.
We are
Oh,
all
this is wonderful news. We're not
buckets.
Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay?
Yay!
And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But
All
if you run into
bucket.
anyone else, maybe don't mention that.
Oh.
Who knows what that information might do to a person?
Shit.
All right, here we go.
Well, sorry y'all. I hope you guys don't have existentialism over being a bucket. Oh well. The bucket is eternal and infinite, and you can't get rid of the bucket. And to answer your question, Kevin, I believe Twitch. I believe. What do you mean there's an invisible bucket right there? Arrow, is this how you found out your bucket? This is fucking insane. This is actually eye-opening shit right here. Her voice narrator must have had the honestly, bro, I don't know. He's been doing a pretty good job. Keeps you immersed, you know? New existentialism unlocked. Hey, you fucking took my bucket, damn it. Bucket is back. We go grab
All of his co-workers
bucket.
were gone. What could it mean?
Stanley
Try
decided
jumping
to
off
go
the
to
lift
meeting
without
room.
the bucket?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's
The
go do the phone
confusion and
number
chaos
first with
all
the bucket.
seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Meep more! Thank you for the tiny dining! Thank you so much,
Stanley
hon. I really
touched the
appreciate
bucket
you.
tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket.
The
calling
bucket
to him,
revelation is
telling
how
him
Arrow
that the
opened her
employee
third
lounge
eye.
was simply the place to be.
I'm gonna add that in my lore
And here
now.
it was. Had the bucket turned
I
out to be
found
correct?
Bucket, and
No,
I am now
never
Celestial
mind.
Being.
The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
We have Bucket
No.
back!
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo
to the
lift, yeah,
phone.
good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
All the way to the top.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly
I
did
need help.
whatever the bucket asked.
What are you referring to, huh? Are you trying to make a haha funny? A haha
In here.
pee
said
pee
the bucket.
joke?
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Alright, now we can answer the
Now
phone.
pick up the phone.
Just want to know. Want to know what? Say it out loud.
This is the
Say it
sad
out loud,
story
see
of
if
a
you're
man
proud
named
about what you're about to
Stanley
say.
and his bucket. Once upon a time,
This is where I sleep on this fucking thing. This one? Oh, I'm gonna get this done fast. Ultra fast mode. Oh, fuck's sake. My hand. It hurts, please. Send help. How many times have I done it? Has somebody been counting? No, knock on the door to the office for what? So what about this one? Wrong door. Wow, I would have been there for a while. Oh. Is it this one? This door or this door? Oh no. Which one go to office? This is a nice apartment, not gonna lie. Besides the blinding ass lights. Sorry, I lost count after one. When you restart, I mean. Oh! I don't know if this is doing anything. What do I do here? They took my bucket, they just put me in room. What? Oh, bucket! Hello, Stanley, it's me, your bucket. Press H to take me to work with you. Oh. Come on, buckets,
the
go to work.
Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was
Oh.
merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever
But
Stanley
he
is
did.
hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
This is how Stanley got crazy. He had Bucket with him the whole time. I decided, I considered not saying anything and just letting you click forever. Wow. Let's go back home,
Lately,
Bucket.
I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To
Bucket,
see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate
beautiful
metal
Bucket.
object?
How's your
I want
coffee?
to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
How's the coffee? Good? Alright, let's go nappies. Come on, let's go actually go back to work now.
Well, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me?
Nope.
Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think.
He's
it can't
real to
talk.
me!
All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a
Oh.
liquid from one location to a different location.
My
That's it.
Bucket!
It doesn't do anything else.
I love him! Don't listen to the loud man. Press V for us to go back home. It's me and my bucket. For life. Alright, for lifers.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was
Making
me
dinner.
he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares
Look,
about is his
look.
awful bucket.
This is our
This
first
stupid
day.
hunk of metal.
Oh, isn't my bucket so pretty? Oh, bucket is love. Bucket is life. Crazy. I was crazy once. What do you mean crazy? This is my wife. The wife has made a comeback, and she is now Bucket! But it wouldn't have been as funny as my arm. Wait. Oh yeah, your arm was at a 15 degree angle, so it wouldn't have been funny. And you didn't say your name, so... Your wife, Bucketina. Proceed to ignore anyone in your life except for me. Yes. For you, my wife, Bucketina.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of
She's full of love
bucket.
to me.
Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine.
Hey, hey, don't be looking at my wife like that. Yeah, she is shiny. She's mine. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? This is sad.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store
My
bucket.
God.
It's just a little more, what am I trying to say?
Beautiful.
Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
No. She is Bucket. She's beautiful. Everybody say she's beautiful. She needs the compliments. Look at her. She's sad. This man's trying to say she's not real. She's real to me. She is very beautiful to me. Bucket, it's okay. Narrator's hitting on Bucket wife. Yeah, you back up, narrators. My wife. Bad bitch Bucket. I do not appreciate narrator coming on to our bucket like this. Exactly. Right? It's my bucket. Press G to relive the same day with me over and over. Anything for you, Bucket.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket.
Aw, sit next to me at
Why do I feel
work.
some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket.
But she's not. She's my wife. I love her. She's not just a normal bucket. She's my bucket. Actually tearing up over a bucket. Starts crying over bucket. I love her. Your bucket is hot. I mean, respectfully. Your beautiful bucket. Thank you. Thank you guys for encouraging her. She knows she's beautiful. I tell her every day.
Oh no.
Oh God.
I'm having feelings. For the bucket.
You better back off, narrator.
No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't
bucket.
understand.
Oh.
Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes.
No.
The bucket could tell me what to do in this
No.
troublesome situation.
This is my wife.
Stanley, give me the
No.
bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now. Give it.
Close
or
my
I'll-
eyes. He was trying to take my pocket. Go back to work, Stanley. Will you be there for me, Bucket? No, she's gone. I'm so sad. He ruined my relationship, my wedding, all those memories. Were they anything to me? Bucket, sorry. Bucket, sorry. You ever wanted to be degraded by a bucket before? Yes, but only one
Even
bucket.
now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Was this? Did I ever hear that line before? Bucket.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Yeah. How many kids are you going to have with the bucket? All the kids. Infinite number of kids. Office 430.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly.
Alright, so we went
and
to
entered the
phone.
door on his
We
left.
went down with Bucket. We didn't go to the left
This
with
was not the
Bucket.
correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him.
telling
I
him
love you,
that
my
the
bucket.
employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Said, give me the bucket, Stanley.
Took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
We go down. No doors, we go down.
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here.
Yeah?
I knew you'd find this
What the
place
fuck?
eventually.
My wife! It isn't what it looks like. Guys, what I tell her about Bucket Wife? Listen, you were gone. You took the kid. You took my son, our very large son. I had to move on. I couldn't keep living like this. I hope you understand. Broom Closet, you're here too? Oh no. Listen, you walk in a room full of your exes, what are y'all doing? Chair here too. Yeah, my computer's here too. The adventure line even showed up.
You
It
see,
did.
your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much.
Yeah.
It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the adventure line and the
I've never
Broom
seen that
Closet.
baby.
Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before.
I love my
I know I'm
bucket.
the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the adventure line? We could make the adventure line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
But no. The bucket intervention. Ask what her thoughts on Polly are. Hey, listen. I know we've had some tough times, but I'm also in love with this bucket. And I want you to think about having an open relationship. I'm down for it, of course. But listen, I love you. I love Bucket. We could work. The Parable of Stanley. Welcome in, noob. How you doing? Can I open the store? The broom closet! Now, if you don't mind me, I'll be in the broom closet. The broom closet, the broom closet. It's very safe in there. Thank you for the hydrate splat! Going to sleep. Good night, Jacob! You have good sleepy. Sweet dreams and all that jazz. Having this convo in front of your giant son. I don't know who baby that is, but not
Look at
mine.
that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
I don't think I can take the elevator, I can't. Ah, assets. Reactor bay? What? What needs a reactor bay?
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. It's as classic now as it was back
I'm
then.
not.
Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
No. No. I don't want to give a bucket.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
But no.
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the
hold
rich
up.
lore, don't you agree?
Oh.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does?
Gives it a
Surely you don't
smooch.
need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley.
say goodbye to the bucket,
No.
and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
No! I can't do that to her! We have a whole life planned out! You can't make me do this! I will jump. I can't jump. I can't do it.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket.
No.
I don't know what the bucket destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality.
Why would you
trait.
make such a
So
thing?
I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the bucket destroyer, you would see that its
God.
desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder
Yes.
what sort of bucket destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this.
Bucket destroyer.
Okay, the bucket destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it.
Oh.
We can't get back to the classic Stanley
I love
Parable
her. You
characters
can't make
like
me
the
do
Adventure
it.
Line or the bucket destroyer until you
my
crush
God.
that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans.
I don't care about
Stanley.
the
Give
fans.
the fans what they want. Hurry and crush.
I died with her, that's all that matters. Well, and thank you, Gear. I really appreciate that, hon.
Bucket destroyer.
Thank you for stopping on by. I
Our
love you.
prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now.
Oh,
Goodbye, new friend.
new friend.
For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Rip Bucket Destroyer, but I still have my wife, so. L Bucket Destroyer. Tried to kill my wife and my romance. Ugh. We're back. Alright, so we did that. What
All
was
of
the
his co-workers were
what was
gone.
the other
What
route
could it
we
mean?
could take?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply...
Maybe it's
Stanley
the
picked up
meeting room with the
and
bucket?
smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone.
I know
Not
there
with
is
the
one where I have to
bucket
jump
alone.
down without the bucket,
Stanley clutched
obviously.
the bucket
So that's
tightly
one.
to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I have the bucket. We are the bucket.
Still no
Everything's
one
a
was
bucket.
here.
Yeah,
Stanley
yeah.
needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Here. Wait, is this the boss's office? Yeah, we're
Stepping
here.
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed
Already
by
forgot
the weight
the,
of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing
shit.
presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two
See?
of them were inseparable.
Yes.
At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk.
Oh, I did know.
Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley
Yes.
guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Bucket
Was
told
the
me.
bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Oh, whoa, what's this?
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You
Bruh.
can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried.
I
So,
did it,
I implore you
yay.
to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
I'm savoring the moment as we speak. I found a figurine, yippee. Welcome back from ad break. I'm sorry, I know they're annoying. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We found figurine. The only way to see how your character looks, unless you break the fourth wall, of course, and you're staring down
the
upon
elevator
yourself.
raced downward.
plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
You're all good, Kevin. I'm in over on Twitch. They got ads.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
I think when we went this way, we got the outside ending. And I can't remember what... We do get into something over here. I just can't remember what the fuck it was. If you time it, you can back out of the boss's office before the door closes and hear the narrator talking to the empty office through the door. Actually... Go this way for now.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Me and Bucket are concerned. Concerned.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears.
No, it's okay,
Stanley
Bucket.
cradled it
Don't be
gently,
scared.
reassuring it that everything would be
It's
fine.
okay. It's okay. Close your eyes. I'm here. There used to be a glitch in this room in the OG of this game. What did it do?
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
Oh,
Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do?
not the
What
bucket.
kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Feeble mind.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the
Never.
bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Bucket is only friend I have here. You'd be able to jump down to the bottom of the room. That's pretty cool.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They
Yeah.
high-fived in a really cool way. The bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Yeah. Me and the bucket. Against capitalism. Facility power. History will say they were just friends. Or just homies. Taking down system casually. Ryan
When
is
at last
the...
they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place.
If I turned
and
it
to
on.
everything it stood for.
I don't think I've turned it on. I've turned it off, but never on. Shall I turn it on?
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls.
Bucket, how
Stanley
could you?
gasped in horror. Had
Bucket!
this been the bucket's plan all along?
I trusted
to take
you!
over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this?
How could
Stanley
you?
was
I
prepared to
loved
throw the
you!
bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds.
Birds.
Silly birds. The
Birds.
control buttons became active again.
What? Birds? One Ear Rabbit, thank you for the subby over on YouTube. Welcome in. Birds? Bird. Oh. My family.
Stanley flipped
They're so
through
pretty.
one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to
Silly
disguise
little
its
guys.
true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him
Look at the
towards this incredible
penguins.
discovery.
They're so cute.
Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams
Aw.
of the silliest birds imaginable.
They're hummingbirds.
Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this
Aw.
one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Just looking at funny little guys. They're so cute. I haven't seen this one before. Uh-oh. Why is there paper everywhere? This wasn't like this before, was it? When you restart, knock on the door 430. This one?
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever.
I don't
I will be
leave. I will be
happy.
safe.
Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do.
Tell me what to
Now
do.
it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even
Figurine
closer.
Finders Committee.
Here it comes.
Oh. Second door on the right. Gotcha. This one? Wait, second door.
Stanley knew the office
Here,
layout
oh,
like the back of
430.
his hand. It was only a matter of, oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that wants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction.
My
of
hand's gonna
witnessing
fall
true
off.
Effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Now you're all good, Kevin. Thank you for stopping on by. Oh my god, my hand.
Still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley.
Amen. Hydrate,
I want to
Luna.
see commitment, a willingness to go all
I'm
the way, no
trying.
matter
I'm
what
trying.
the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Wait. Thank you. Let me take a sip while I'm clicking. Ah, refreshing. Oh, my hand. Was I supposed to do the 20 clicks on the other door? Or just keep going with this one? My hand. Yes? $4.17, he said, right? 20. $4.20.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
437. 430, 29, 28, 427, 437.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
$4.15, $4.15. $4.17, $4.16, $4.15.
Now, back to door number 437.
This is now the clicking simulator.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All
Copy
right,
machine?
back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Are you sure? Or am I just keep doing the same things?
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Scandalous.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
6, where are you? Okay. First he tried to take your buck and destroy it, and now he's doing this. Yeah, what the hell?
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Okay, I'm going. Copy machine.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes! We
Yippee!
did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing.
I got an achievement.
Oh,
Click on
you
door
really
430
earned it, Stanley.
times.
Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
What are you thinking? Alright, let's try this route again. We're going the ting without bucket. Because we've done it
Stanley
with
came
bucket.
to a set of 2 open doors. This
We
was
need to
not
do
the correct
without.
way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Running to the lift as we speak.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Yeah.
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yep.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Another miniature Stanley figurine.
Yeah.
This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands?
Mini stand.
What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Stanlerine. Last one I'll guide on. There's a way to parkour the dust and jump out of the windows. Ooh. Alright, on one hand, there's the red pill. On the other hand, there's the blue pill. Which one do we take? Looks like Matt Pat. It does kinda. Once you go through the red one. What you mean you're the only one, Kevin? Red. I see somebody else saying blue. Blueberry door. We got 2 blue. Anybody else want to advocate for red? His dialogue got cut off though. Blue pill is usually for ED. Blue. Alright, we'll go blue.
Aha. Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Joke's on you, I can't tell colors.
I don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well,
yes, I do.
Let me stop you.
Oh.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours.
It's an orange
would have made
room.
this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback.
Yeah, let me see.
There we go.
Whoa.
A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a... Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that?
You put the buttons
here.
here.
It isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Oh. 2 seconds. 4 seconds. Wait. 9,000 doors open. Do you know 21% of players skip the intro sequence? Only the worst 3% of players choose the blue door. I'm the worst. Why am I all the way at the bottom? 7 hours? Really? You are objectively ranked 232. Oh, I'm all the way at the end. Damn. And welcome back, Evan. Damn. Alright, well, let's go back through this door.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
Yes.
Again, honest answers, please.
What? Oh.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing.
Right.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
You know, I would mind, but okay. Never mind. It's been 7 hours. No, it's just messing with me.
Left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear
once your giant son
for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
4 hours.
Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
Both.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done.
Oh, come back.
Over.
Oh, no.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh,
Yippee.
Hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
Evil monster. Welcome back, Jacob.
This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Oh. There's actually an ending if you sit there for 4 hours and press the button.
Aha,
Is there?
Fascinating.
Whoa,
What do you think this game is
Firewatch.
about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
Firewatch, we're here
But it
again.
seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man, spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower. Perhaps for some sort
Firewatch.
of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley.
That's so
And
cool.
it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Shout out to the peeps. The Minecraft door sound. Shout out to the peeps who watched the Firewatch gameplay. That's pretty cool. It was a pretty interesting game, I'm not gonna lie. Oh shit, I forgot about that. What am I even playing anymore? Wait, so does that mean the developers also made Firewatch?
Oh, no. No, 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 it can't be.
What? Totally different devs? Ah, I gotcha.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
No!
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go
struggling to
in
go
any...
anywhere in the game.
Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley.
Get it?
Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game.
Okay.
Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Is Firewatch? It is its own game. It's pretty fun.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
The voice taking over your computer. Going through the games I have. This is
Wonderful.
Rocket
See,
League?
this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big
What the
box for
fuck?
you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
What? Rocket League, huh?
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball?
Yeah, it's
Stanley,
ball with
I think
cars.
it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have
Give me
fun.
it. Give me it.
This guy stinks!
Yes! Alright, I'm about to get it. Ah! I've never played Rocket League in my life. But I'm sure this is accurate gameplay. Oh my god, it's gonna go in! Yeah.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun?
Are you
Is
winning,
it better
son?
than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if... Hold on. What are you doing?
In the hole I go. He said, what are you doing? Ah!
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
What? What? This is actually better than normal gameplay. Rip Rocket League fans. Oh shit! Fell even more. Oh. What the? We're in the back rooms. This is where the back rooms originated from. Hi, Miss Abby. Miss Abby says hello to everybody. In the original version of the game, instead of Firewatch and Rocket League, it puts you in Portal than Minecraft. What? Is this the back rooms? An early rendition of the back rooms? Am I supposed to be in here? Oh, shit. That scared me. Can't see anything. I lost forever? Am I not supposed to be back here? Will I find something? Mm-mm. Room? Should play Stardew. I'm not really into like grindy farming games, but I've heard good things about Stardew. Oh, what's that? Our room? Our office? Where are we? Am I supposed to be here? Oh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be
I
here
always
soon.
come back.
Very soon. I can wait.
Sound like fucking Michael Afton. To be fair, with Stardew, you can do almost everything without going too deep into the grind. I'll have to try. I'll have to give it a try. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I just, from what I've seen in gameplay, I was like, if I want to get into it. Remember of the collectible you saw?
All
I
of
did.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
That would mean I have
Stanley
2
decided
left.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It is a bit slow at times.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room,
Let me
and
see if
Stanley
I
knew
can
it
get-
perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop
I
by
have
the
to take the
employee
elevator,
lounge
right?
first, just to admire it.
Let's see. Oh shit.
And here it was, the lounge.
The lounge.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alright, we go down here.
And
Take
so
the
he detoured through the
elevator?
maintenance section, walked
Oh.
straight ahead to the opposite door, and got
Fuck.
back on track.
Damn it. I thought it was like, because look down. Let's see what it does. Let me down. If not, I'll just start
But
over.
Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go,
Yeah, damn it. Alright, I'll jump off the railing this time. This
All
is
of
the
his
really long
co-workers were
confusion
gone.
ending that starts
What
a
could
bunch
it
of
mean?
times. Yeah.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply...
Bucket.
Good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure
Another
together.
adventure with the bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chin. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to
Alright,
him,
so
telling him
now
that the employee lounge was simply the place
we can
to be.
get
And here it was. Had the
another
bucket turned out
collectible.
to
That
be
means we'll have
correct,
2
was
more. I
this
don't know where the
no-
other ones are,
never
but
mind. The bucket was wrong.
could look for them.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Do you have 3 eyes? I do. And Adrian, thank you for the follow, hon. Welcome in. I do have 3
I'm going
eyes.
back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you
Figlies.
think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness
I like
that you get from seeing a
Stanlerines.
small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
I like Stanlerines. Figlies also works. There's a vent over here that I have not seen before. Let me in. Oh. Oh. Rah! Welcome back, Fried Rat. How you doing, hun? I love alcohol. Me with Schweed. Figley sounds like a family-owned diner. It does. Venting sus. Listen, I had to do it. What is this? Whoa! Whoa, what is this?
This is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore.
Lore?
The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes.
Oh.
The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down.
What?
It doesn't make sense.
The bucket
There's
is
no
us.
explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can
Monetize
it.
Is this bucket actually an ancient eldritch god?
Unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket.
It's my wife they're talking about.
This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there?
What? What the fuck? What was that? Huh? This book is from the SCP Foundation. Like, huh? What was that about? It's now turned into a fucking horror game. This is for all the game theorists of the world.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed him. Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him.
What? Does that mean I have to go somewhere else with the bucket? Was this different? Am I tripping? No. I'm tripping.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly
Where
to
do I
his
go
chest
now?
and
I went
entered the door on his
always
left.
that way, right? I did the lift. I did the secret little jumping platform. I went down to the vent. I went to the elevator. Did I go down the... I don't know where the other two figures are. Where are they at? Guide us. Unless I have to go back. Then I restart. Ba, 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 ba. I think I did a good amount of the endings. I just don't... Obviously, there's one more where you go to the big room in the office. You go to the escape instead of the other door. That's one. The boss's bathroom and under the stairs before going to the boss's office. Get him. Get him. Whoa. There will be a reward for finding them all. Trust the completionist instinct. How can we find them? Maybe we are the collectibles. Shut the frick up. To whom it may concern, I managed to pick up sounds unusual to our regular office ambiance or local audio sources using an array of cardioid microphone, also known as directional microphone, which analysis of the recordings allowed me to triangulate the source of the strange noise. Data shows that in all likelihood it's coming from a dark area behind a very warm place. It also picked up what looks to be reverberance off a porcelain surface. Anyone have any leads on this? Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy? What's the mission statement say? Inside of the sequel exhibit, stairs. Something to do with stairs. A private but smelly place. Ah. Well, I guess I could have came in here, huh, and would have told me. Yeah. Alright, so stairs, we know. But thank you, Space.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Oh, what the? Yeah.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the figure anarines. Very soon, you'll collect the last
Figure
one. And then
anarines.
the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it.
Yay!
We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them. And now
we have
them
all of them.
You can't go back to when you had no figure anarines. None of us can.
Figure... What? Figure anarines. Shit. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes, that the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose.
And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly.
Stiggly
Savor this
Wiggly.
moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward.
We got all of them.
I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
I don't know what I was doing. If I remember correctly, you can unplug the phone without the bucket, go through the red door, which I did not do. You can go down the stairs with the bucket, turn off the mind control facility with the bucket, turn it on without the bucket. Oh, you're gonna have to resend that to me whenever when I finish one. So what are we in? We're turn it on without the bucket, and escape the mind control facility without the bucket, or with the bucket.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Fuck, I messed up.
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for this. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
So bucket,
Was the
bucket, no.
Yes.
Bucket
This is
escape.
certainly the most logical explanation.
Bucket. All endings bucket. Do we have a couple more? At least I think so. There's lots of this game, you're right. I didn't expect it to have so much. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, let's do the
Stanley and the bucket
escape
walked straight ahead
route
through the large door that read
with the bucket.
Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
There is an achievement for not playing the game for
behind them
like
was
10
not
or
shut.
so years.
Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get
pretty
back
cool.
on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Me and Bucket will be okay. Whee! Oh. The end is never the end. The is never the end. It's never the end. It's never the end. It's never the end. Oh. Shit. It's never the end. It's never the end. It's never the end. It's never the end. It's never the end.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be.
No!
Sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
No. Oh.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
The end you're referring to is the dev's favorite end, the confusion one. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
Bucket, not Stanley. Welcome you to the grand exhibit. You are standing at the precipice of knowledge, much like the bucket itself. The human mind is frequently empty within a cavernous void, but throughout use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes a full and enriched and substantiated. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit, or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were, in ignorance and darkness? Ah, Bucket, you were a good one.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
25 buckets. Photographs of 25 buckets, the greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. That is not 25. Well, maybe. Not to say you gotta get every ending, but I'll try to help guide if you would like. I feel like we're close. He had a stream like a year ago with his brother talking about the game. It's fun to hear about the game from the dev. That's so cool. Bucket with 2 handles. The bucket is depicted as having 2 handles. Such a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous and recklessly experimental. Every year, dozens are put to death just for attempting it. What? The Inferno Bucket, a replica of the Inferno Bucket, which is the medieval era. Which in the medieval era was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet in spite of it all, the simple fact remains: no one can control a bucket. The Stress Bucket. That's what I need. Rest and relaxation. Do something you enjoy. That's what I need. This is so fucking interesting. Ah, yes. We all worship the bucket. All hail bucket. I like how the fucking animals are even over it. Cave drawing. While we know the buckets predate the existence of mankind, we do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already likely been around for several millennia. Millennia? God. Notice in these drawings that the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its presence. Oh, of its treasures, might be. Yes. This painting speaks to me. Praise be to buckets.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one.
No, I want a bucket.
It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
All hail bucket. The hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes a necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear of grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This is distance. Oh, this distance inevitably is for our own good. Bucket. I feel like I'll go insane having to write all this stuff about a bucket. Yippee. Oh! I was floating. I was gonna go in the hole.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
Tell me.
Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket.
Oh.
We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as ruler. A new world, a new vision.
Bucket and Stanley have died. Rip. What's happened? Oh, the end is never the end is never the end. Rip my bucket! Alright, so we did that with the bucket. We already did that. Wait, what?
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines. those figlets.
The figlies?
I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life?
Not
Didn't
really.
it fill you to the brim with inner richness?
Yes, maybe.
Yes,
I don't
I
know.
know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would
The
love nothing
fuck
more
is
than
this
to revisit
room?
the figurines. Just one more time.
Well, Stanley found the collectibles. Ah, yes, what a happy memory that was. All on purpose. I thought that was a cow, it's just a rock. Zone, sweet zone. What are these? The Stanley Parable. Buy on Steam. Yes. Is it in the basement? Oh, wait. We're missing one. What I got? Audience award? Oh, never mind.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the
Oh,
screen.
I do remember
but
this.
How could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Alright, but look at the imagery. I do remember this, though. How creepy. What is this? Is this a... Oh?
And here was the second Stanlerine.
Oh,
you found
I
this one
see.
all on your own just by poking around behind the boss's office. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them.
No,
let alone 6.
let me go back. I want
But
the other
you
one.
continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Oh. Cries, and I
Okay,
could have had
let's do a little
8.
quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand? Can you remember?
Third, that one. And the door. Yes, I think.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here by the red and blue
here.
doors. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
Really? I don't believe that. What if I go through blue door or red door? Oh, it's the same.
Let's see. What came next?
Oh.
Oh yes, we found a
Apple?
figlet in this pink room. Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
I'm hearing whispers. I'm concerned. Under the
This
basement.
was the 5th mini stand, and this one was really something special. It was under the stairs. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
What the fuck is this? I love the high quality this is. What's that down there? It's me editing anything. It's mini stand number 5. Yo. Yeah. Manly high five. You found it under the stairs. Thanks for watching. By narrator, edited by narrator, music by narrator, produced by narrator, best boy narrator. Starring Stanley.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a
Yeah.
lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
It's goofy. Like, comment, and subscribe for more epic the mini stand videos at?
And then, Stanley, then we came
I'm
to the
missing
last
one, Sag.
collectible, the final.
They say
figurine,
11 out of
right
16.
here in the boss's bathroom. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to
last
myself,
one.
yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other.
Where's the
Except for
comfort
other
bucket?
moments
I
making up
died.
figurines, which it was
And it's
exactly
gone.
like.
And now I'm looking back at where all the figurines were. Welcome in. How you doing? You
And
are in
then
the present.
There was no more. Because we've caught
TV?
up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, Memory Zone.
Oh man.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the
I don't
Memory Zone
wanna go
again from the
backwards.
opposite direction. See how that feels.
Can I go back and get the other figurine?
Okay, yes, the boss's bathroom. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the Memory Zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going, I want more.
I want more. The most traumatizing
And
ending is the
here's
skip.
where I
It
made that video.
is.
Don't you remember the video?
The
we
end is
watched?
never the end is never the end is. Oh my god. Yeah, I found it on the stairs.
Yes, I love that video.
Yes. We're collecting so many figurines. We're gonna make a fortune off these things.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room,
I-
though. A solid room.
It's a nice room. Has an apple. Yeah. Nice room. Don't remember it. The end is never the end is never the end is never
These
the
really
end
were
is
a
never the
treat to
end.
hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Next one. Barbie room. What is this? Dark void. Nothingness. Emptiness. Oh, warehouse, I see. The way I did not pick.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too.
Yes,
The
I
past is
remember
truly
it
a
too.
wonderful
We just
thing.
did
Why
this.
did anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
Stanley, don't let me hear. Don't. Yeah, he's like, don't press the
This
button.
is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I
gimme.
introduced you to the figurines. Oh,
I'm missing
I want
one,
more
Sedge.
memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Nothing. For me, the most traumatizing ending is the not ending. Which one's that one? The end is never the end.
Look,
It's never
it's
the
the
end.
terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually... Oh, yes! The two doors!
The two
Who could have forgotten that?
doors!
A classic memory, this one.
And my office. Home
And
sweet
for
home.
everything else, there was your office.
Favorite
Is there
ending is the
anything
bucket
else?
where you
Was
live
there
with him.
something that
Yeah.
came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
There has to be something before.
Yes,
Has to be.
I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions, he would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Mine's the broom closet ending. What? There's a broom closet ending? It's on the list of one the space listed that Arrow hasn't done yet earlier. I'm trying.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Alright, so we did that
Stanley
one.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
We
he had simply missed a
do
memo.
the one where we jump off without bucket and go to red door. I'm sure there's other ones I'm missing.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first.
Come back, Kebab. How you doing, hon?
It was okay.
This ending is giving paradox
But eager to
fixing
get back
ending
to business,
vibes from
Stanley
Henry
took the
Stickmin.
first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions.
Unplugged
it's
phone.
incredible he
Oh,
wasn't
true.
fired years ago.
Yeah, let's do that one first.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really.
Jump.
I'm
I'll
not.
die.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been
The
about
end is never
nothing
the
but
end,
you
is never the end,
all
is never
this
the end, is
time.
never the end.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying
Get the
to make
bucket and
every
go in this. We
decision
have
by
done that one
yourself.
already.
I'm
The
not
one where you
asking
get the
for
bucket
me.
in.
I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley.
You
Your
have like a life
chance
with the
to redeem
bucket.
yourself, to put your
funny.
work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
The paper is gone.
It's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife.
My
and the
beautiful
two
wife.
pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that
Wrong.
even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Oh shit. We've been figured out.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making.
I can't
Or
make
did you not
decisions.
grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful
Ah,
instructional
not a video. We did pick up the phone and we did go to
It's
the
best
event with the
part of
bucket.
being a real person, but if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could
Rupert,
invent a
shout out
machine
to my
that eliminates
Ruperts.
food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend
A
years
sandwich?
of hard work forgetting how to read.
Me.
Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself
Fish.
speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking.
Yeah.
Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
A back sack and crack.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less?
Less.
And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant.
Facts.
And the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome in, Jay. We were watching a video on how to make
back.
choices.
You
What
may
the
have
fuck?
noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed
Danger
on good
everywhere.
decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
The only missing ending is the serious room ending. I have a couple that I haven't done. Like, I gotta go back down that one this way without the bucket and go to the red door. I need to go without the bucket down to the mind control facility and hit yes. So there's a couple I have to do.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
Ow.
Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse.
Oh.
Unfortunately,
that was bring us
it
down
seems
more.
this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
That door's open down there. What happened to Green Goblin? We ended up finishing it, so it was a lot of fun. Green Goblin man died, cried. Rip Nathan. You'll have to do this one twice because it branches. Rawr.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
On the left, he said, right?
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Oh shit, the cabinet's looking wonky and the chair's in the wall. Narrator has the most ASMR voice. To be honest, man. He has such a nice voice. Think we broke it. Oh no. Oh no.
I can't believe after everything we talked about that you... My story. You've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone? Left here like so much garbage. It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility
Trying to get on the
forever.
chairs to get
I
up there.
couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the
Fuck.
game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
Oh.
I have to.
Oh. Oh god. God, what's happening? What the hell is happening?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed.
I'm
It was
sorry.
the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
Sorry.
What, did you think that would be funny?
Yeah.
You just had to see?
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it?
Nope.
That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
I am not.
Oh, my story.
I am Bubble.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
Oh.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Will something happen if I go to the right again? Speaking of ASMR, I'm working on a cursed ASMR script to send you. Oh no. Oh no. Will something happen if I go to the right again? Or should I just listen and go to the left? Or will it repeat? Is what I'm trying to say. I think I should go left this time. Go to the left because of yes. Yeah.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
It'll send you back to this room if you go right again? Okay, I see. I say... Oh, what?
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to
different
discover
room?
not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown.
Rah! Night Shark
He drew a sharp
115.
breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 115. Night Shark 115. Let me in. I'm speaking clearly into here. Let me in.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115.
Night Shark
He spoke
115.
it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. Let me in. Look at the panda. I saw his fucking rip panda.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you?
What if Stanley's
Please
mute?
speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Night Shark 115.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what?
He said
It's pretty
fine.
humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why
That's
did
true.
you come this way? Speak.
Because I wanted
Say something
to.
to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
He's so pressed. Oh,
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door.
the end is never the end. Is never the end. Is oh, Stanley, go.
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
This is the
Can you
not
do that
ending.
so you
Oh,
Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
stay and listen.
Stanley, this is important.
Crows, crows, crows.
The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose.
Choose.
Do something. Anything.
This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it.
Why does he sound so sad?
So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there?
He sounds so sad.
It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice
It's the same
is
as a
correct.
skip
That
ending
is the
because he
best.
gets left alone again. No!
That's all right.
It's so sad.
I'll wait for you to decide what's the right
Sorry,
thing to do.
Leroy. Yeah.
Take as much time as you need.
Ah. Ah, that's hot. Oh. Bucket is here now. Bucket is closer. Different room. Bucket.
A good bucket. A strong bucket. A humble bucket.
A humble
But
bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered
What was
the door on his
one-
left.
He just wanted you to show his story. What was one we didn't do with the bucket? We did the thing downstairs with bucket. We didn't do that. I don't remember the downstairs option either, so this will be a good refresher.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find out. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered
Okay, I
the
remember
possibility
this.
of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
I'm
He
crazy.
looked down at the
Crazy.
bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all.
No, bucket.
Strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly
My
wrong.
bucket!
Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre
gone.
hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must
Imposter
find
bucket.
it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Bucket.
Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Where are you, bucket?
Could it
I'm
truly
scared.
He rushed
Oh,
forward from room to room,
there's so
passing
many.
by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
where's
Come
my
to me,
bucket?
Stanley. Find me.
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real
God.
bucket was inside of him all along.
What?
It was incredibly painful.
What?
Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
Oh, we are the bucket. I'm transforming into the bucket.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Not Mariella. Not again.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got
Oh.
dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work.
Oh
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't
Bucket
realize
list.
he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. Of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work.
for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass.
My
She
life kicks
backflipped
ass.
all the way to work.
Backflipped all the way to work. Mariella. Damn. Welcome in Insanity. Gotta have a tall glass of bucket in the morning. Did he shit out a bucket? Mayhaps. Or he was the bucket. No buckets. Bucketless behavior. That was a funny one. Alright, so we did that one with the bucket.
Co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Is there
decided
one
to go
we
to the
missing
meeting
with
room.
bucket?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yes, we're missing. Let me do all the bucket ones. We're missing the
The
one
embrace of an old friend.
dot one.
A
Yep.
weathered companionship that stands the test
Sandy,
of
thank you for the
time.
follow, hun.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
Aren't we all just a flesh bucket at the end of it all? Yeah, technically we are holding things within us, so we would technically be
Still, no one was
buckets.
here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find.
We turn off the mind control. No, that's what I'm gonna do right now.
Upstairs to the boss's office.
Maybe the real bucket was the friends we made along the way. I take it back. The Mariella bucket ending is awesome, but the normal Mariella, yeah, I agree.
Not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer
Aw,
luck.
man.
Was it that the bucket knew all along?
We are
Was the
simply
bucket
buckets of
guiding
soup.
him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical
Oh, shit.
explanation.
Alright, so I think this is the last bucket ending. And then we have to, without bucket, go to red door and go to this and press yes. Without bucket. God, it's so confusing. Flesh
Stanley and the bucket
buckets.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read,
We went that way,
Mind
yes.
Control Facility.
Bruh.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Even the narrator
Stanley
wanted
and
the bucket to
both
live
wondered
with
to
bucked
themselves.
ending. Flesh bucket, we all say in unison.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very
What, in the
nearly
Truman
burst into
Show?
tears
Yeah.
as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Yeah, if you guys know any of the other endings, just let me know. I'll try to get them. Attempt to get them.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
Yeah, I'm so excited for the 3D model. I'm gonna be getting it with AR kit, so that means I can be more expressive with my
He
face.
screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His
So
own
fucking
life in
excited.
someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world.
Fall off this
At
platform for a
point,
secret
he could
ending.
trust no one except for the bucket.
You can jump out of the window right outside your office. I'm gonna have to try those two.
But here was the proof. The heart
Alright,
of
let's
the
shut it
operation.
off.
Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert it.
We escape with Bucket. Bucket is now one with us.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over?
Is it over?
Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil
Yay,
mind control
Bucket and I
machine.
escaped.
Freedom was now mere moments away.
Let's go.
Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live
Aw.
once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate.
Oh.
Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth.
That's weird,
Both of them
Stanley.
wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end.
What?
True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together.
Gonna touch grass with this one.
another to lean on, to trust, to support.
Oh. Oh no.
What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
Oh.
An unbearable
Please.
silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty.
Please.
Until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
No.
Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket.
Jeez, this
Needed
bucket
the
is a god.
soothing warmth of the bucket. Would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket.
No.
No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not
Freedom
while
was
he
right
has
there.
such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket.
I have
To be
buckets.
trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Yeah. Restart. Click on the office computers in this order. 410, 423, secretary outside, boss office, 434, and 427. 419, not 420.
All of
Missing
his
butt.
co-workers were gone.
So
What could it mean?
4...
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
419.
simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace
My
of his
Xbox
co-workers.
wallpaper is a Stanley Parable screenshot. Hell yeah. So you said 419 computer. Just click on it. 419 423. Wait. 423. Where the fuck is it? 21, 24, 23. That one. Secretary office, 434. They won't be back here, will they? The computer should change. You mean like the one I just clicked? Should I go back? Question mark. Secretary office. Go back to the first one. Oh, the screen should change. Stanley from Stanley Parable versus the girl from Portal who's smarter for solving problems. Oh. It's the 419, 423. Right? Is this supposed to do anything? Who farted? Yeah, who farted? Stinkies. So 423. Then the secretary outside of the boss's office. But wouldn't it close the doors? Is 434 and 27 back here? I look. Yeah, 34 and 27 is mine. Would it not work? You're supposed to restart between each computer. I got you. So we got one. Blow it. I'm interested. Whoa, what? Okay. So we got that one.
When Stanley
Well, what the
came
fuck?
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door.
Confusion. Why'd they do that to me?
All of his co-workers were
34.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Aha!
simply missed a memo.
Aha! Mm-hmm. Got that one.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Okay,
to check
so
on his
secretary
coworkers.
office.
He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Run,
he
Stanley,
entered the door on his
run!
left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a
Secretary
staircase,
office.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yes. And then you said 434, which is right here. Whoop.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread,
Is this
and
my wife?
coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
Is that my wife? 434 and then our computer, right? Is 427? Yep. Oh. Welcome, Stanley, to heaven. What? Balls. Oh, buttons! Oh my god, they're all buttons! I must click all the buttons. Yes, this is heaven. I would have a great time here. Wait, I can't get all of them. Oh, I can! Oh, yes. This is a great ending. Wait, they're restarting! What the fuck? I want to click them all. Rip. Yes. Buttons. Yeah. This is all it is. It's just buttons. Oh, they're saying buttons. Green, red, orange, purple, purple, blue, green, orange, red, purple, green, green, red, red. Oh, I'm getting dizzy. This is heaven. All the buttons. That's funny. Look at them slowly coming back. That's great. I like that one. Buttons. Alright, so we had 2 more. We need to get the one with the red door. Let me go grab that one.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Buttons. How would you figure that out by
When Stanley
yourself,
came to a
though?
set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct
You know what I
way to the
mean? Like,
meeting
if you're
room,
fucking
and
doing
Stanley
that,
knew
how
it
would you figure that
perfectly
out?
well.
That has to be something
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee
they put
lounge
somewhere.
first, just to
There's no
admire
way
it.
somebody was fucking around with the computer and said, yo,
It was
look!
okay. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Buttons.
Stanley was so bad at following
Buttons.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Wonder, is there a different ending if you go to vent without bucket?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Maybe,
I'm
perhaps,
not your enemy.
mayhaps.
Really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've
Yeah.
forgotten. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have 0 consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a
Buttons.
chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Alright, red door.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I want it to stop.
Me some,
We would both be so much happier if we just stopped.
Facts.
And I think I have a solution.
Alright, what? Let me hear it.
Let me show you.
Oh.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
You have fun at work, Space, and thank you for stopping on by, hon. Look at all the blue in space. Oh, pretty. Oh. So cool. Can I jump into it? No. I got the hiccups. No.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Out. Bye-bye.
Oh no.
Oh?
Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
I won't die. I promise.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
God, I got the hiccups. Why? Don't count these all day.
No!
Oh, I survived.
Thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment.
Oh, God.
No.
Sad face.
No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Geronimo!
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Okay, I feel bad.
Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
Oh. It's different colors now.
You'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
Aldaver's just listening like, Stop, I have the hiccups, please. I'm trying to hide them now.
No, perhaps not.
Is this just a I die ending? I keep trying to kill myself.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
No. Maybe. Arrow yeets herself off a railing to end her hiccups. Please. Please. Let me drink some water. Maybe it'll go away. Somebody scare me.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
Oh.
It looks like you wanted a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Getting slower and slower. Did it work? Maybe. Did the hiccup stop?
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it?
Oh.
I'm going back.
Damn. Uh-oh. I didn't mean that. No. I didn't mean to go back to heaven. Alright, we have one more Unless you guys think of any other ones, but I think the
Stanley
only one
decided to go
I
to the
have
meeting room
left,
to check on his
no
coworkers.
bucket,
He never
press
functioned well by
yes
himself
to a mind
and
control
constantly
thing.
needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You can climb the chair to get on the desk of 434 to climb out the window. Okay. I'll try that when it restarts.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
Welcome
Coming to
in,
a
Boy
staircase,
Demon, Stanley
walked upstairs
Parable.
to his
Yeah.
boss's office.
We're trying to do all the endings, or at least all the ones we can think of. I got the deluxe
Stepping into
version,
his
so
manager's
it's
office, Stanley was once
a
again
lot.
stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley was in such
Thank
a
you for the
rush
follow,
to get
Boy
through the
Demon.
story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let
Come
the
in.
narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
no, New Age. Alright, maybe New Age. Did you do the bucket ending? We did a lot of the bucket endings, yes. They were fun. I like them.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated.
Especially the one where you have a life with
into
the
open
bucket.
passageway.
That was goofy. Alright, nice. So what we're doing is the one where you can make or shut the mind control thing off, but we're gonna do yes instead of no. Yeah instead of nah. We did the escape
Stanley
version.
walked straight ahead
Yeah,
through the
we
large
did all
door
that.
that read Mind Control Facility.
Mind control facility. Did you do the abyss ending? Remind me which one that one is.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television
Abyss,
screens.
abyss. Yes,
What
is that the
horrible
confusion
secret
one?
Did this place hold? Stanley
Where like
thought
you
to
keep
himself.
resetting
Did
and
he
the
have
button
strength
it
to
gets
find
longer and
out?
longer? Is that the one you're talking about?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers.
It's fucking crazy.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom
You call off the
meant
mind control
nothing.
platform before you turned it on? You fall off the mind control platform before you turned it on. No. Oh, I see. So you get here, you fall off.
This
No, I have
mind
not.
control facility. It was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
Let's try it right now.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this
Man,
time?
Joseph, how
Was
you
this the only
doing?
reason
Hello,
he was
hello.
happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Do I just not... How do I fall off? Well, this... Pretty sure you had to do it at the desk. Desk? This one? Oh, wait. Aw, man. When you first enter. Okay, well, we'll come back and do that one. Let me do the
He
no or
refused
yes,
to
whatever the
believe
heck we
it.
got.
He couldn't accept
Climb at the
it.
desk at the
His
first
own
platform. Okay, I
life
got you.
In someone else's control.
Welcome in, Andre. How you
Never.
doing, hon?
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
We
Had he
got
truly
the
spent his
yes
entire
ending
life
to do.
Utterly blind to the world.
Da 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 da
Here was the
da.
proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad
Rags,
or
huh?
content, walking,
What you
eating,
talking about, Yusuf?
working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is that what you
Yes.
wanted? Control?
Whoa.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
No.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes.
Oh shit.
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun.
Oh
isn't it,
god,
Stanley?
okay.
It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere
Run,
moments
Stanley.
until the bomb goes
Thank you for the
off.
hydrate.
But
Oh god.
what precious moments each one of them is.
Welcome in,
More
Frozone.
time to talk about you, about me.
How do I get out of
where
here?
we're going, what all this means.
Here?
I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated.
The
All
cues?
right,
Cues?
I'm in a good mood. You're gonna
Buttons?
die anyway.
Oh, God,
I'll
God,
tell
God.
you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set
All
you
the
free.
buttons?
Of course,
One.
that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I
One.
simply let you sit
Ah.
there in your office forever, pushing
Four.
buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
What?
Other times, I let the office sink
Press
into
any
the
key to
ground,
send power-
swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from...
Alright, am I being dumb? Somebody help me. I don't want to redo all of this again. The buttons. I'm just hitting 1, 2, right? Fairly certain it's completely impossible. Oh, this is the ending? Ah, gotcha. Excellent game. Hope you're enjoying. It's been fun. I've been having fun trying to find all the endings. You can also call me Void, so you don't have to. I got you. Welcome in, Void. Thank you for sticking around, hun.
It's quite rich.
No.
To see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be
4.
even better. My goodness, only
4.
34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so
That's
much.
5. Fuck.
You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock.
Yes,
Why
please.
not?
I'm looking for
These
4.
are precious additional seconds.
Is 4 up there?
Time doesn't grow.
Oh,
on
4.
trees.
4, 4, 4, 4, 4.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
No, I found
Or
4.
did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
Yep.
I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door.
Oh.
Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a
I like this
disappointment.
cynical version
But here's
of
a
the
spoiler.
narrator.
That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
Oh.
You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control
Dang,
this
the
world,
music.
that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley.
Goodbye,
That's 30
employee.
seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing.
No.
Just you being blown to pieces. Will you
No.
cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Happily ever poof. Damn. He said, you think you can take control? No, no, no. Alright, so you said, what was it about the door that I can climb into? That I can jump off? Something?
Already this was uncomfortable.
Was it this one?
And Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
The end is never the end. The end is never the end. Look at the computers. The end is never the end. It is never 434. So this one over here. You said I can jump. Oh. 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 Yeah! Oh shit, we're in the void.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
Yeah!
Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
I love the void.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Ah, then in that case, we'll continue.
No!
Here comes the real question.
Okay.
What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop?
You would have kept me in here.
Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total?
It's literally the whole game.
Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones.
Yay!
Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky.
Rip, we're not lucky, y'all.
I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Are you sick of this gag? No! One of my friends is like, hey, you're all good, Jacob. If you want to go support your friend, you're all Gucci. I appreciate y'all coming in. Yeah. Sick of this gag. It's literally explain the whole game, though. You just go back. What's the other option? I want the other option.
All of his co-workers were gone.
If I go back, is there another option?
Stanley decided
or
to
is
go
that
to the
literally
meeting
just
room.
it? It's just
Perhaps
making fun
he
of
had
it.
Simply missed a memo.
And thank you, Void. I really appreciate it, hun. No idea. Let's see what happens.
No matter how hard Stanley looked,
We can always restart. Man. Hey. There we go. Whoop. I'm back.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he
I'm
heard this
back.
narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along.
And then we'll go
He
and
then
do
praised
the
game for its
Abyss
insightful and witty
ending.
commentary
And I
into the
think
nature of
we did
video game
everything.
structure
I'm not too
and
sure,
its
but I'm pretty
examination of
sure.
structural narrative tropes.
I'm pretty
So,
sure that
now
I'm not
you're
too
here,
sure
what do
that
you
we did
think?
everything.
Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
Yes.
Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more.
Alright, we'll go back. There are 2 more I can think of. What can you think of?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Because once we do
Stanley
them,
decided
that's
to go to
it.
the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
I don't
missed
think
the
there's
memo.
any more bucket endings. Not that I can think of. I don't think so.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
Yes,
doors,
we gotta go this way.
he entered the door on his left.
We did most of the bucket routes.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
I can't think of
Feeling a
any.
wave of
Have you gone to the bottom of the mine
Stanley
control
decided
facility?
To go up to his boss's office.
The bottom.
But coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Pretty sure. The bottom. Why can I not remember what the bottom one is? There's so many endings, my brain's like they're all mixing together.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Thank you. There was a song. I think so. I did do it last week, so I mean, my memory's a little shoddy with it. I'm pretty sure we did, though. chair and climb the desk and get above the computer and get above the okay. So don't go past first
Stanley
platform.
walked straight ahead through the large door that
Go
read
to
Mind Control Facility.
Chair.
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content?
Yes.
Always more content, more, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section.
Let's go.
You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Yo, my favorite song's Good Job, You Made It to the Bottom of the Mine Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility.
Dang!
You jumped on the catwalk.
Yeah!
You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier.
Yeah!
And chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
Bro, this is a bop. About to add it to my playlist.
You did it. Good job, 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 you did it.
Good job, y'all. We did it. That was great. I like that. Yo, the developers thought of everything. What the hell happened?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Bucket?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What the fuck? Bucket.
The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps.
That was
he
great,
would
boy.
become
Thank you.
both of those things.
Random room change chance. So it just does it. You also said go to the warehouse and step onto the lift and step off before it starts moving so it leaves you behind. There's an ending in here, I think.
Stanley pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office. Nothing responded to the bucket's touch, but it did little to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket.
Magical conch. Oh! Welcome to the whiteboard ending. Dog mode. Oh! Yeah. This is so aggressive. Yay! We got the whiteboard one. That's great. Yeah. Alright, so... Orf.
Stanley
Good
clutched
job,
the
you
bucket
did it.
tightly to
Good
his-
job, you
This was
did
not
it.
the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Sorry, I'm making
and
a bop.
Here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this no? Never mind. The bucket was wrong.
So...
Stanley
step
took
onto the
door
lift
on
and
his
step
left to go
off
back
before it
to the
starts moving.
meeting
Okay.
room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Well, from here, it looks like the only way forward is down, since the lift won't be coming back, but that's okay. You've got a bucket.
I got
Did
bucket.
you know that buckets are routinely used as cushioning
Oh.
devices? It's true. You can fall on a bucket from literally any height and survive.
Really? We?
Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
He lied to me. What an ass. Have any of you tried Mad Dragon? I thought of Bad Dragon. That's on me. No. What are you talking about, fried rat? It is. I'm sure it's not the dildo, so might be. I was gonna question. Yeah.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's a cool variation at the bottom of the mine control facility with the bucket. Okay. Try
Not
that.
everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow.
They have
Very
called
lucky
strawberry
indeed.
kiwi after 5 shots. It tastes so damn good. Yeah. Alright, I thought you were talking about something completely different. Not gonna lie.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door.
Variation.
on his
I
left.
just read that. Might be. I have a home in the abyss with the bucket. The bucket is
Still no one was
love. The
here.
bucket is life.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and
So-
the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Back out so it locks you out.
Stepping in...
Yeah. Hello? I can go back. Keep on clicking the door. Hello? You forgot about me. Does it not work with bucket? We probably broke it with bucket, to be honest. They'll let me go back. The narrator's not even talking. Broke game. Game broken. We broke. Oh, we could close that door. Game. Oh? Oh? Door open? What? Whoa! You are now leaving. Hey, yo? Did we find something? Escaped with bucket. Never seen this one? I was about to restart the game too. This one's cool. Red door. Where are we going? Keep climbing to get to the ending. Gonna keep on climbing. Listen. This would literally be a backrooms hell for me. shit. The wall kind of scared me there, not gonna lie. I have 3 different chats, actually. I have Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok going on. Escape pod! Escape! Just going in the darkness. What is that? Oh. What is this? Oh. Bucket! Shh, Bucket, it's okay. Don't cry, Bucket. What is... My sweet, sweet Bucket. It's okay now. You're gonna have a happy life. Stanley, go with them! Don't leave them behind! No! We're gonna be by ourselves! Goodbye, Bucket. No. Why couldn't we just go with... Rip, Bucket. You will be missed. Goodbye, sweet prince. The Bucket will have to escape without us. Why? You had precious memories with the Bucket. Why couldn't we leave with Bucket? Sag. Alright, is there anything else we missed? I can't think of... I want to try one because we did it with the Bucket, but I want to see if the vent ending is any different. Without... Wait! Bucket's gone! Bucket is gone! No! Rest in peace, Bucket. You will be missed. Oh. You can do without the bucket to leave yourself, huh? Bottom the bucket with... Oh, why can't we can't go to the bottom now? Bucket is free. We have no bucket. Right, rest in peace. Your shit can model. Your model can cry.
Came to a set
No,
of 2 open doors.
but I can't change
He
my
entered
eyes.
the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Bucket has escaped the parable.
Well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Unless you saw something I didn't, fried rat. You
But
freed
eager
him.
to get back to business,
Rest in peace,
Stanley
Bucket.
took the first open door on his left.
So I don't think I went, unless it's not there, but
Stanley
there
was so bad at
is.
following
Yes.
directions. It's incredible he
So
wasn't
there's
5
this.
years ago.
Without bucket. See if it does anything different.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off. You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you?
Oh.
What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head.
It's all
I
in
bet
my
that's the
head.
kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights.
Gene.
How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Okay, so it was a little different. She has sleep paralysis demon mode and Aggie sleep paralysis demon mode. Oh, the eye. Okay, the markings under my eyes. So those aren't tears. Those are the markings from my OG design. I know I'm drunk, but I can't be that drunk. Yeah. So that was a little different. That was cool. I can't genuinely think of any other ones. We could try the escape one again and go ourselves and see if
All
that's
of his
different.
co-workers were gone. What could
I
it
wonder
mean?
if it'll do it.
Stanley
Well,
decided
let's
to
see.
go to the meeting.
Replacement
Perhaps he had
bucket!
simply missed a memo.
Alright, well, let's try the facility one now
And
that we
try
have
not
bucket.
to lose this one too, you dolt.
No.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Did you get this? Yeah, we did. We did collect all the Stanlerines.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
Do you think it
Perhaps
was
his
Bucket
boss's
behind all
office
this?
was where he'd coming to a staircase. Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs
yes.
to the boss's office.
I kind of want to try VR like this. What, like drunk? I will tell you, you'll probably get dizzy, because I have.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
We. Yeah. By the way, new peeps who have come in, I really appreciate you. And thank you for stopping on by and watching me play this silly little game, being Stanley.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Mind control. Down? Oh, there we go.
But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall. Now, what to do next? Stanley wondered.
Oh, the bucket's
Stanley
cushioned
and the
me.
bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed.
Oh.
It really wasn't so bad down here. A bit cold, perhaps. After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well.
How?
And a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis.
What? Paninis?
But it wasn't until the
bucket
rugs and the
craves.
standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He had never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning.
No, Stanley, we had such a nice home.
He unsettled the bucket.
No.
Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path.
Cat.
It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending.
The
This
true
made no
ending.
sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable.
Pea shooter, thank you for the
This isn't an
follow.
ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on.
Oh.
The two of them waited for a very long time.
What? Bucket ending. Bucket ending.
Doors. He entered the door on his left.
Okay, so is there anything else? Is there any ones that you guys know of that I have not done? MHA is ending. Why must it continue to have the memes? You know, I haven't finished it. I haven't read it. But no, I literally, what's funny is I had made a tweet back in May, I think, like way long ago, and somebody retweeted it like a couple weeks ago saying, I mean, the tweet was like, if I get 150 on YouTube and 500 by the end of the year, on Twitch, I will cosplay as Mirko. Completely forgot about it. I just posted it, said, yeah, this won't happen by the end of this year, and well, look, here I am. Now I'm regretting my decision. Can you collaborate with other VRs? Eventually I will. I'm getting a redesign here shortly, or well, in the next couple months, so I will have a whole new fancy schmancy 3D model, and I will be doing some VR games, so that'll be set up pretty soon. Hopefully.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
I don't
well.
think there's any other
Perhaps he
ones that I
wanted
have to
stop
do.
by the employee
Let
lounge
me double
first,
check over
just to
here,
admire it.
but I don't think. Phasmophobia, I'd cry. I'd cry.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first
Oh,
open
yes,
door
yes,
on his
yes.
left.
Escape pod without bucket. Fuck. I
And
was
so
gonna
he
check over
detoured
here.
through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to
No.
the opposite door, and got back on
Okay,
track.
I see, I see. You
Yet
finished the
there was not a
epilogue, the
single
one that
person
lets
here
you
either.
rename the game each
Feeling
time.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley
No.
decided to go up
Wait,
to his boss's office,
have we?
hoping he might find an answer there.
I don't
Coming to a
remember.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Escape, yes. I like how they already opened the door for me.
Here's the door.
Oh
Let's
no!
go.
Fuck! I didn't do it right. Damn it! It closed me in. Have a with another person on the live. That's what I'm saying. You mean like a like a collab
Gone.
with
What
other
could it mean?
VTubers? You mean?
Stanley decided
Yeah, I
to
do
go
them
to the meeting
sometimes.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The epilogue. I don't remember. Dang. You have a suggestion? What's the suggestion?
When
What is
Stanley
Lay's
came to a
suggestion?
set of two open doors, he entered the door on
Ah!
his left.
Gonna run into walls and shit.
Yet there was
Ba-
not
ba-
a single
ba- ba-
person
ba-
here
ba- ba-
either.
ba- ba- ba-
Feeling
ba-
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's
Plug him in, boy
staircase,
demon!
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
The voices in your head are getting louder. The narrator must perish. No. Oh, what the f-
Here's
God.
the door.
There we go. Nice. Alright, escape without bucket this time. Doing VR chat online. That's pretty cool. Eventually I want to do like a VR meetup. I think that'd be pretty dope. Music's iconic. If you're collecting the Stanley figurines, you talk to the settings person and restart the game, and you should have access to the... I did... Well, when we collected the Stanley figurines, he made us go through memory lane or whatever the fuck. And that was about that. In the menu. You're all good, fried rat. Can only imagine how much you've drank over the, after the fucking gym sesh. Epilogue, you have to launch the game 5 times to get to the meeting room, then restart. Nah, it's okay. I think we did a good amount today. My friend might be a furry if you're cool with that. I'm cool with all furries. My best friend is a furry. They're chill people. They're literally just have... Excuse me, I have the fucking hiccups. They just have different interests and, you know, different interests. Crow's a furry? Yeah, say that to him next time. No, I meant Hellion. No, but please, when you see Crow again, please tell him. What was that? We didn't even get to! What? We couldn't escape! We did all that! No escape. Hellion is funny. She's fucking... amazing. I love Hellion. Damn. So I think that's it, right? I can't think of anything else we can do. That might be it. Besides the epilogue one, which I don't really want to restart the entire game again. Open it up again. Nah, it's okay. Hello, Lavinie. How you doing? Hopefully I said that right. I'm so sorry if I said it wrong. Hello, hello. Excuse me. I think that is all the endings.